Hey everybody, it's Andy Z. Welcome back to Z Frequency. So we've got a few things, as always. The first one, sorry, I'm on a time crunch. I got to work early, but I still decided to wait until there was some light, for God's sake. Okay. So first things first, I knew he was going to do this. So I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, sometime this week, that Trevor Grassi exposed that the second Sphinx was not there in 1931. What they're calling the second Sphinx was not there in 1931. So they think that it's waste from digging and they're trying to cover something else. But here goes Chris Bledsoe. New knowledge inbound from Egypt. I think I talk about this. Yeah. Second Sphinx. The second Sphinx detected in. So I knew he was going to do this. And I also knew it was bullshit. So I wanted to put it out there before he did. So let's just make a note of that, everyone. I knew he was going to manipulate this whole story. So take a note of that. He's claiming this, and they're using this as propaganda. They're putting that out. That's propaganda that there's a second. I'm not saying there's not a second Sphinx. What they're saying right now could be a second Sphinx is not a second Sphinx. I'm not saying that there aren't any, but he's going to use that to his advantage. So make a note. That little asshole. Okay. Just kidding. I don't hate him that much. I want everyone to be sure that we're not falling into his stuff. And if you hear anybody talking about him, make sure you say, you may want to look a little deeper because he's not all he's cracked up to be. Okay. Next thing is, and I'm going to preface this. I don't trust any politicians ever. I don't trust any politicians. The one that is in the race for who I think could potentially be not completely evil and self-absorbed would be Tim Burchett. I haven't seen him take any. I don't think there's any insider trading going on with him. I could be wrong on all of this, and I don't trust. If you're in the Senate or you're a what are they called, a representative, House of Representatives, I don't trust you. But this guy seems to actually, if he's faking his agenda, he's really good at it. He doesn't seem like he's in it for personal gain, which he may be the only one. So let me play this. And this is in regard to Matt Gaetz, which I talked about yesterday. Matt Gaetz saying that there's hybrid programs and that, whatever.
Yet, Congressman, but I'm wondering, kind of how you react to that, because you are connected. You're on the UFO subcommittee. I mean, I'm just wondering what you make.
Let me just, I don't know why this actually didn't play right. Start this over here.
I don't have the tinfoil hat on just yet, Congressman, but I'm wondering, kind of how you react to that, because you are connected. You're on the UFO subcommittee. I mean, I'm just wondering what you make of that. Have you heard anything like that?
Well, I'm still a member of Congress, so I can't really comment too much on what Matt said. But I will say this.
Wait, seriously? Are you being serious, or is that tongue in cheek?
I'm being 100% serious. Okay. I've been 100% serious. I've been briefed by just about every alphabet agency there is. And I'll just tell you this. If they would release the things that I've seen, you would stay up. You'd be up at night worrying about or thinking about this stuff. We just need to disclose it all. I'm sick of it. Well, I was briefed. I'll just tell you this. I was briefed last week on an issue, or excuse me, 2 weeks ago. And it would have set the earth on. This country would have come unglued, I think, if they would have heard all that I heard. They would demand answers, and we need to. But it's never going to get. Unfortunately, it just keeps getting covered up, and the people that know are dying or disappearing, as the case may be.
Wow.
And for the record, I'm not suicidal, and I don't take risks. So,
I'm glad you said that. I'm speechless, Congressman.
well,
We
you
will
should
have you
be.
back.
You should be. And I
I
told
am.
the president, release it all. And the problem is the
Yeah.
people that are around the president don't know and the president doesn't know the questions to ask. A few of us are going to have to get with the president and tell him what he needs to ask and where he needs to look. I mean, we're in meetings and they give addresses and tell locations of items, I'll just say. And the public has a right to know, dadgummit. It's your tax dollars.
Absolutely.
Let's get it out there.
You got my attention, Congressman. I appreciate you being as forthcoming as you have been tonight. And we look forward to having you back. Look, I know Donald Trump wants to disclose something. He hasn't done it yet, but I think he wants to be the president to do that. Tim Burchett, thank you.
He does.
Okay, so I think the president does want to be the one to disclose it, not because he's trying to go for transparency, but because he's trying to distract us. And I'm not saying that, again, not in a political light. He's being instructed by the parasites to start releasing this stuff so that we're distracted. They want to continue their little games that they've been running on us forever. But I didn't get a ping that Burchett was lying. So I think he really is. I think he's telling the truth. So the next thing is, hopefully something comes out. We need just one thing to come out that doesn't add up so that we can demand more. And I'm hoping that that's where we're steering here. I really do. I'm going to stay hopeful for that we get some kind of transparency. And then once we have the truth, we can start healing and holding people accountable. So I know it's rose-colored glasses, but you know what? We got to stay positive in these times. It doesn't help to be negative. So, okay, now I wanted to. This one's another video, so let me preface this. A couple of days ago, I showed you red skies in Australia that I believe they thought they were trying to scare us. Apparently, this has happened again in Crete. So let me play. This is like a clip with a video, but then I want to zoom in on some of the pictures that are here. Oh my gosh, this thing. Okay. This thing hates me today. Okay. This is from somebody named Bronze Giant. The video is from the island of Crete in Greece, and at least two of the engravings are from the Apocalypse of Berry, France, Paris, circa 1415. What do they have in common? The red sky, a bad omen, and we know that something bad happened afterward. Okay, let me play the video again so that I figured you guys have already seen a video with this, but this is in Crete. So we see that those red skies again. What I find interesting about this, though, and they're trying to frame this as like something bad, but now in looking at these artworks, the Apocalypse of Berry, what we're seeing is, here we go. That's a dragon in front of red skies. And there's a few of these. There's another dragon. And I guess what's supposed to be an angel, but there's another dragon. So I think, well, and when we say apocalypse, the etymology of the word apocalypse is like a revealing of truth or a revelation. So I think we could be, I think that's what really like, oh, red skies are dangerous. No, we don't have to be scared of everything. Maybe it's just revealing the dragon energy that's already here, and maybe it will return, which is what I believe will happen. Because really, dragon energy comes from maternal energy. So I think let's not take these things as fear. And even if they're framing it so well as fear, I personally see dragons as a positive influence. And again, I think Katie for that, she kind of told the story, and I had a lot of flashbacks. So I see them as primordial creation energy and higher levels, benevolent. Very, very well respected, almost like forces of nature is how I remember them to be. So, and there were people that worked with them to learn from them. And they would, once your energy or your frequency was at a certain level, they would work with you to like have you kind of mentor with them. So I see that as a positive. So I know it's kind of a short one. I'm kind of in a hurry today, so I apologize if this feels rushed. But I think we've got a lot of positive things going on. So it's all desperation. They're desperate. So this is when we start crystallizing what we want, and we just say every day that we're grateful that we've already won, and we're just waiting for it to show up. So I'm grateful that we've already won. I'm grateful that I have all of you to help me with this too. Hopefully we all want the same thing, and that is the freedom of humanity. So remember, do not consent to any bullshit, and we are sovereign beings. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.